special feeling at Oldsmobile. There is a special feeling at Oldsmobile. More than the luxury ride, it's a feeling of pride that you feel inside.
Today we're going to be working on my 1986 Oldsmobile Firenza Cruiser. Today we're going to be working on the Firenza Cruiser. Going to be replacing the ignition lock cylinder. You see, there's quite a bit of play in it. And we're going to be replacing the multi-switch, whatever the GM calls it. So I first got to get the steering pad off, which is two 7mm bolts on each side. And then I have a steering wheel puller I have from Harbor Freight that we'll be using to actually pull the whole steering wheel off itself. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I removed the three 7mm bolts, and now we should be able to just pick this up, like that, and then we just got to disconnect this wire here, like that. Just pull it straight off, and there we go. Horn pad is off. We'll just set that up there for good keeping. Looks like that's kind of, it's in good shape. But yeah, so here's what we're working with. Gotta get this bolt off, and then I can use my puller kit to start loosening it. So now I just need to get a socket that'll fit this here. Got my steering puller, I torqued down on it a little bit, tightened it. You go take one of these extensions here, depending on what your car has. You use the point, or for like concave, use that. And you also got a little smaller one too. And you just put that at the end of this here into the bolt there. I leave the bolt on just a little bit, make sure steering wheel don't go flying back at you in case it's like really stuck on there. And yeah, so now I just gotta unbolt these two, and we'll be able to pull the whole steering wheel out. So it's just that easy. Got the ring off here, this clip. And I just use this tool here from O'Reilly's. This makes this job so much easier. Pretty much you just screw this down onto the steering shaft, put this, level it up on here, and then you tighten this wing nut, and it pushes the clock spring down. And then just take a little small screwdriver, like a flat tip, and you can get in there and take that off. And then it's just kind of the reversal of what we did to put it on. Loosen up that. Just like that. And then let me take it out here. Do that there. It probably helps to have two hands while doing this. Just like that. So there you go. So now you take this off. I'm gonna set that up on my dash, and then you can take the clock spring off. Or the clock's you know what I'm saying. This film, I guess. I've never seen one with that's still on it, to be honest. You take that off, and then also make sure you always put that back where it's supposed to go, so you don't lose track of that. And then now we can access it. So you can access, part of for the turn signal Got the new one here. But I'll have to dig deeper into the column in order to replace this wire. So that's going to be fun. And we're only a little bit before getting to the lock. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off here. And go from there. Just like that. Alright. Bit of a time skip here, but got the new ignition in. Found out if you just use a really long, once you actually remove this, you can just pull this out just enough. Just get a really long extension, and you can reach in to that bolt right there, and that'll allow you to pull out the ignition switch or cylinder. And I replaced it with a new one, so now it actually works. You know, if the car had power, it'd start, and then you can see even the locking lug goes, and then there you go. So that's been changed. Now I just gotta figure out how to get this off. I think I need to go underneath the dashboard to find the wire for this plug right here. So I gotta do a little bit more research on this, but I'll come back once I figure it out here. Alright, another progress update. So I was able to pull the rest of the broken piece of the turn signal from here, because it was just glued in there, because we don't actually have to pull that. So now we just got to follow this wire here, go down. Now I already took off this this plate underneath there, which is over here. It goes all the way up to the steering column, and you can kind of see oh, and I also disconnected this to give myself some more room up in here, if you need for your locking cylinder. But we got this. Where's that wire at? So there's this wire here, this black one here, and you can see on our new one, we just got to follow that until it makes its connection right here. So I'm gonna find that, pull it through, and then we'll just thread the new one down through there, hopefully, and go from there. New turn signal stock's on. Had to clean up all this. Had to wire up my own connector, because they're meant for G bodies, and I had to do for J body here, because that's what this Firenza is. So it's like I just, you know, use my wire crimpers and stuff on that. It's easy. But now I have you know, for my windshield wipers and all that, cruise control, because this car actually has cruise control, which is weird. So now I just gotta put all this back together, and then should be good to go. It's pretty much the reversal of taking it out. There we go. Got the whole steering column back together. And even the keys. I'm gonna grab those real quick out of my pocket. So even the ignition works now properly. Maybe I'll start it. I'm very, very happy with this. This is actually the first column I've ever rebuilt that hasn't just everything snapped on me, so that's pretty cool. It's kind of crazy on how actually good everything on this car is. Like, it's barely any rusty parts or anything like that. This thing has 259,000 miles on it. You can see the odometer has just, it's completely stopped working. So it stopped at roundish 260, 268, and now it's at 269. So I mean, it stopped working not too long ago, but yeah, this thing's crazy. So the next thing we're going to be doing is putting the struts on for the trunk, or for the hatch, rear hatch. I'm waiting for the other one to come in. They came in separate packages for some reason. And then I'll be doing the front brakes, both calipers, rotors, pads, all that good stuff. And then just need to weigh on tires, and we should be able to start daily driving this thing, I guess. and then maybe eventually get this thing painted or something. So yeah, not too far away from actually completing this project. But definitely still a lot more work. Yeah, so close, but yet so far, as they say. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Firenza. And here is the final result.